Welcome everyone to another live stream. We are probably live. I wanted to quickly, the usual quickly, but today really not that long, except maybe we do a insecurity news session after that. What did we build last time? Did we build x86? We also had actually, how was it? We could, now let's try PowerPC job. So one thing is Harv bus, and the last time I tried, so we had a major update yesterday or so, 3.0. We missed a couple of versions because of usual upstream packages, website migration stuff. Let's see if it actually compiles. And of course it doesn't. Let's see what happens here. I expected slightly different, but of course we missed some versions, so whatever random stuff could have pass error. What? Interesting. This is not really what I wanted though. Interesting nonetheless. This was actually the second thing I wanted to fix. Didn't even expect that to fail like that. What was it we built yesterday though? I expected the last time we built Harv bus, it tried to run some local like program, some generator thing. But okay, fine. Then let's skip to the second thing I wanted to actually do, which is this GTK doc thing, ironically. Is it GTK or something of that sort? We could, however, maybe... Actually, is it a good idea to wipe that? How did I build that? The other thing is yesterday we built, maybe we first try the other thing before I delete here and wipe a build. Which was when we emerged all the KDE stuff. Do I even NVMe maybe that one? Bind, more bind. Actually, I should have something like that in the history, like all of. But of course, nobody types them all in one. Okay, PTS we don't really need. Because, actually, does it even make sense to test it like that? Because we also had the same error here. GTK doc. What would be maybe zip file? Which would that be though? I thought there was one of those here. Okay, let's see what is the error here. GTK doc. So what usually happens is that is GTK doc. There's actually already Dr. Schuppert opened a GitHub issue for that. That it runs like has hard coded the path to something. GTK doc helper. Comments there, master of the consoles. You need to script like nix OS enter to set bind mount and change root. Yep, just, I mean, this is like a custom thing. I just mounted my other partition. I actually have already in the rescue installer thing, I have a bash history with that, with mount and unroot and bind and stuff. But yeah, maybe some helper like change root all of it here, like change root enter, and maybe actually we could install a change root enter script, just like binds mounts all of the stuff. Anyway, so we have here opgnome something path. Is that even? Is it correct or what is it going? Arrow in. Actually, this is a little bit unhelpful though. What does it even try here? There's even the error in that. Isn't it always nice when you don't even see? I couldn't find, maybe here a parser error. Couldn't find XML. And this is even slightly different than I thought. Do I need this x86 build for anything? We could also, but it does, hey, that even works amazing. Yeah, we can also rename it instead, because I know it, if I delete it now, I need it in a minute. Oops. So let's rebuild all of that. Recurring theme here, the more testing, the better. And try to understand GTK-doc. Do we have maybe uBlock something? Okay, this is not new. So there was GitHub. We have audio, also good. Maybe the last issue or the second last, like, okay, not really. Calls XSLT proc from the change root tool chain. Okay, so that would be, let's see, build. Basically, probably we had a couple of those, M4, libtool and stuff. This mostly occurs because we try to cross-compile everything, because then we can release 20 plus, like basically 20 plus, or in old-fashioned units to nearly 2 dozen. Architectures. Let's see, that probably is in the log. We probably should test this. Of course, we should test this. Was it GTK doc, right? GTK. It could actually also be apparently good that we didn't delete the other build, because maybe that is part of the more minimal desktop. IDM logs. No, here we have that XSLT. So yeah, of course, that hard code that there, it has even the catalog. The question is, does it run that, or maybe we can, so what can we do this? Maybe we simply supply this hard coded. Maybe the configure has a option for that. Which other would that be? So that would be tools cross. How many do we have of those? So those two apparently. And this is, we do this exactly for that reason, so that when we cross-compile 20, they are all the same broken. Instead, if we would x86, PowerPC 64 or other, where we have relatively higher performance native compilation, like x86-64, that we have the same errors everywhere, and if 95% of us run x86, that we still catch and fix it for the others. So maybe, you know what, let's cancel that. Good that we didn't delete that. Move that to, oops, yeah, okay. I wanted new, but whatever. Old. So, and then to GTK doc. What was the other? The other was test half bus, but okay, it also obviously epic thread rips so fast. GTK. Nah, did I not had, what build was it? What was that? Our new config. Oh, what? It's not yet there. Have the new config option, still need to enable it. Actually, Maybe I should make this a default because most people playing along at home might not use that option anyway or have enough memory, but whatever. Actually, by the way, with is master of the console still there? I wonder, also this was too fast. I wonder what is so special with NixOS. If you, maybe I should actually, should switch. I mean, the irony is like doing what I would want to do as a hobby, like maintaining my T2 distribution, is of course not the most successful YouTube material. The irony is, of course, most videos like taking a look at Dragonfly or Haiku and stuff, and certainly NixOS, and everything would be likely more successful than random coding here. I'm certainly aware of that. That is a priceless of freedom of just doing what you want to do, but maybe you should actually switch to more proper, successful, popular videos. Anyway, someone in the audience tried NixOS. Looking forward to hear from you. But otherwise, maybe you should take a look. So, configure. XSLT. Proc maybe not. Actually, we could cache that. We could set this with. It might be the simplest. It does, or actually, it has a variable. It doesn't have a config option, but is using that. So let's override that with the pass. We could alternatively cache that. Do they test what is supplied? I have it in the system anyway. The question is, do they run it? Would we see that in the? That and catalog, right? Was it? No, didn't check that. XSLT proc. Yeah, let's double check that. Let's build this one more time. Actually, I should have checked first. Oops. But unless they build their own documentation, XSLT, they might not even run this. They might only hardcode that in there, unless you probably run some tests. Yeah, and welcome everyone. Hope you are all well too. We have our coffee, so at least we have that. So let's. That was GTK doc. Actually, this is not updated in a long time. Actually, maybe we should check the usual. Do we export this or cache? Exporting is, of course, no, it doesn't really matter too much. Add stage cross and. By the way, can we export too? Can we export? This is stuff you seldom do. Export t equals 1 or a foo b bars. If it might not, or does it echo a b? No, that might even work. Stuff you seldom do. Nah, whatever. We will see if that works. Apparently, it sounds like it would work. Explore user bin xslt proc and XML catalog probably. Theoretically, we should look this up for best results, but as long as you don't change the default installation. XML catalog, that is user bin XML catalog. Apparently, let's see if that does a thing. We can potentially close another GitHub issue too. Let's see if that did something. XSLT. Yep. Catalog. Maybe it breaks if you didn't install that in your system. It probably might be there, but whatever. We will see if someone ever complains. Actually, I probably should check if there's a new version, because that is many years old. I see from the old checksum. GTK doc and or copyright tag. Yeah, 2011. Did they do? Yeah, of course. Why did we not have that? The question is, do we still need that though? Why is this date sorting so? Do they have some? Yes, they have. We usually can use that. That would be the irony. The other version. Oh, wait a second. We have that here already. Is that the same? Why do we not have any? Why does this not match any update? Oh, it's something. This is not parse the CV URL. I think it should. Or is this cached file not? I mean, sometimes might even be. Don't tell me that doesn't include. Do we have JSON? 123 at least. I see latest is 127. Or is it is this not including? Oh no, it does so. Should include that. Okay, fine. Something to debug another day. Maybe we actually. Oops. I wonder if the package name. Oh, wait a second. This is GTK doc versus. What of that is now even? Maybe previously this cache wasn't even right. Maybe I auto substituted that. Auto edit that. Maybe that even didn't do something. But doesn't explain why that doesn't do something. Let's just quickly test that. Okay, that indeed 404s is to be expected. Fine, then this is also a fix, just that it doesn't help much. Wow. Usual thing. Let's update this in one shot. What was the latest version? We can double check that it. Alright, I think was it strange or 133? Maybe also no, but additionally they changed the. Yeah. No, one GTK doc, what happens there? 133, 0. Also, yeah. And then probably this over substituted the directory if they had that like that. So let's see what happens there if it still builds out, of course. Yeah, always so much extra work. Yeah, fun. So much to that. Let's try something in between. So because I'm not adding even more, what would that be? But we had 118, right? Let's. Oh, this might not yet have. I only do this now because I'm not feeling like adding. This is not 123. What am I even doing there? And from which? Actually, let's take something. What is here? 20. Or what do they not have? All versions or 23, 24, 20. Because I'm not feeling like adding more Python to the Bootstrap. Oh, this fun stuff. They don't have a 0 there, but yeah. Oh, right, we can simply, just so that it's a little bit more up to date. Ah, they had this back and forth. There we go. Let's see. Hope able to continue in T2 someday. So I've not too much noob understanding most things, but watch your streams constantly. Happy that you're here and hope you learned something. So this doesn't. So let's update this a little bit more. Again, only not using the latest version because I'm not feeling like adding too much Python stuff today. Or we could try 130 or something. Probably it's also still builds. Maybe try 130 and something of that sort. Can think about Python Bootstrap stuff another day. Don't need to make my life more difficult than it is already necessary. Does it also still at least configures? Oh, wait a second. Does it XSLT proc? Okay, we could double check. Also, okay, let's try even more. That's what we had. Okay, let's try the next lower than 33. Let's try this again. Also, someone else can do this, right? If you love GTK, okay. Only the very latest needs the latest, greatest Python stuff. Okay, that's cool. It's the nearly latest. Who needs the latest anyway? Yeah, there's only one Python stuff, whatever. XSLT. It also does it probably XML catalog. Let's test if we still need this. Probably we do because it detects this and find our native Bootstrap cross-tool wrapper thing. XLT wouldn't. Yeah, of course we need this. Why should we not? So let's update. I only need to check GTK. We didn't close too many GitHub issues. No, right, we have this without. I need to think to whether we want to rename that for consistency, but whatever. And this is also how I recognize this is old Unix. Also check some of complete old-fashioned 2-decade-old garbage that we should have not used for a long time. I transitioned it to char, of course, and yeah, maybe even, oh no, this had already, yeah. So that is old, and so you can immediately spot that. But I wanted to check, what did I wanted to check? I wanted to add to the that rename GTK doc. Need to check with some other upstream or distributions and stuff. If no other distributions has this dash, then also makes more sense. And we wanted to check, what was it? Something. What was it? All right. GitHub. What did we want to use for GitHub closes? Oh, none. Did we not close any GitHub bug yet? Because we obviously want to use some consistent. Is it closed? Cross compile. What font disabled? Is it not CMake? Why is this make? CMake was wrong to compile. I think this actually is misleading. This should be CMake. I guess maybe I auto-corrected that. So let's see if we mentioned that correctly in that one here. Here, GitHub. Okay, did we only use that? Interesting. Should we have used a number sign there? Also, there's a typo. It should be fixed CMake to cross compile. Cross toolchain XSLT prog and XML catalog paths. Was it 30? I should actually check some other packages. Most simply use closest something, but I want to, theoretically we had like 20 years ago Track, which was constantly spammed and hacked. There was a TC, 30, that is correct. Maybe we actually should commit message closest GitHub. Fix this. So yeah, we cannot just use that. Here's GitHub. You can also substitute with, okay, maybe due to something Googling that. It makes sense if GitHub already GitHub issues can enclose in your commit message, because theoretically we would of course want that to be automated. Documentation available in the help section. I remember I googled that some weeks ago. Okay, they don't mention here GitHub though. Auto-link, further reading. Here maybe? Here, GitHub. Do they want this capital? I hope not though. End issue or pull request number. Don't tell me they want this capital though. Okay, use, so probably I checked that. Okay, this doesn't link there. If that doesn't work, I later need to edit this updated GTK doc and fix it to encode. Is it, do we encode or encode? No, whatever access passes. I hope that is fine. While at it, of course, I can change commit messages. What's the best with? So that was log, probably that one. A little bit perfectionist. So then the old commit has that typo fixed. There are of course more typos, but sometimes when I later, we are all humans, shit happens. Sometimes I fix them, not always, but probably many more commit messages. So then we can continue that build. Also, we can close that. Is it even? It's not even the right tree. I have too many T2 checkouts. Obviously, I have. Data is busy updating stuff. That is not our stuff. Fixed this. Close with command fix. Fixed, hopefully. Yeah, should be fine, right? So 2 freaking GitHub issues fixed, only 31 to go. Certainly more. I mean, there are some funny things, right? The very first I intentionally, just for the fun, it's like, yeah, T2 fails to boot on R12K, SJO2 is not going to fix that sometime soon. Yeah, if you want, mostly, so these are some bigger but easier or otherwise noteworthy things that you can do playing along at home. So if you want to do some stuff, be my guest. What else do you want to do? That's mostly it. Maybe I go earlier today. Earlier. Probably that running out of time to actually make an IT and security vulnerability live stream unless we make it later. Nothing. Yeah, 3.0. Actually, I wonder, but no, we can. You know what? We can just test. Yeah, what have I? What? Why do I not have? What? Why is my? Strange stuff. Somehow my caps lock was strangely toggled. What was it? This was HarfBus, right? And does it need? Oh, you know what? Let's just build it without GTK-Doc, but maybe that fails. No job. HarfBus. Is it here? Should be so right now, whatever. Yeah, if you are new to the stuff, I also made a short live stream on the More main channel. Wireless root stuff. Of course, the problem is the more I support, I mean, first of all, this all takes excessively amount of time. I actually checked with, was it free WRT or something? Did it process already? Yeah, I didn't process yet because I think I didn't write. So this access point stuff, and I think I didn't flash it yet, but It looks like, I mean, not only did it ship with a, like it shipped in 2016 or after 2016 with a 2010 Linux 2.6, what was it, 30 or so, or 26 kernel. Crazy stuff. Here, for example, here you see this stuff. Oh, this might also explain why Wi-Fi useless was that. So this is exactly the fun I meant. That's a problem, right? Time and money, and I can't even like, yeah, P3, SJ-Octane, each freaking pre-compiled blob garbage, random no-name crap. And supports this as much as I would. This is also why I was thinking to do that already a very long time with T2. I never like got around this because keeping the base system in working and maintained order is already hard enough. I think we added here like fun entry, although maybe we should just delete like some Dreamcast target and stuff, but it's mostly useless old stuff here anyway. How did we call that? Oh yeah, right, wireless router T2, WRT, even with a freaking graphic from straight off 2006 or so. All right, did I even, now that I remember, I think I even donated in Linksys access point to Mika Perso, now that I think about this. Anyway, so much to community contributions. So the idea is old, last modified 2014, page probably older. But the problem is what I mentioned in this video, right? Too many freaking socks that differ and have binary blobs. And my point with this video is also to change, right? Customers shouldn't buy this stuff, right? Sure, most customers like your uncle and Joe user and mother and stuff, they're not, all of them are not interested, not even your next door car service guy or whatever. They are all not interested in the details and do not even understand system on chip and processor and stuff. But the tech community, like basically the reviews, if the people, I mean, in an ideal world, unsupported, outdated, no-name, cheap garbage should not even be sold at all, but at least tech reviews should point this out. But the problem is even AAA tech reviews, which maybe I should actually go back to my Moorman channel and make proper pre-edited videos, but like German Heise or Notebook Review or what like Engadget and all the other Ars Technica and stuff, those sites should call this out, right? Although maybe they don't review cheap no-name wireless garbage anymore. But basically this, each halfway decent review should point out outdated with security vulnerabilities on day one, you never get updates, and like don't buy. And maybe I should make more proper sophisticated videos to spread the word, because this is crazy, right? We have basically all abundant crapware IoT and network gear around, which is crazy. And like even if we wanted, it's hard to support, which is what I mean in this video with more PC like compatible. Imagine all of the ARM stuff would be compatible. You could, instead of you need to have one out of 1,000 specific board support package Linux kernel build things with U-boot and drivers and stuff. You could, if stuff would be like PC compatible in the ARM and MIPS world and stuff and RISC-V, you could just have one freaking ARM and MIPS Linux and boot it there. The world would be so amazing. Maybe this is also, did I open that? Maybe this is the reason why I think they had maybe also, yeah. Maybe we should open that too. This was OK AC1, or maybe I think it found it better with a space there. All right, WFR8. One had a bootlock, no? Because, so again, so this is, imagine in 2000, 36, from I think 2010, so the build route, so in 2016, right, they built this, even so they built this to ship like, yeah, probably built in 2016, then so sold in 2017, not even that old, right? Only 4 years old, but even at 2016, 2017, probably brought it around 2017. So 2017, you get a 2012 build root with a freaking even older, I mean, I can't even remember the last time I used such an old, probably in 2010, and obviously a 2636 from like 2010 or so. And this is just crazy, right? Basically on day one they shipped here outdated garbage. I know, I think this 3.2. So yeah, this would be really interesting to know what kernel they use. Where I think I clicked here somewhere. I didn't even. So the reason I'm only talking about this, I mean, obviously, sure, I could just load that, but of course, having a all architecture supported own Linux distribution is always like, why use other people's stuff except Wi-Fi integration stuff if we have our own 20 plus architectures Linux and potential. But yeah, the problem is I even wanted, ironically, do this commercially 2006, right? Embedded Linux and stuff. But the problem is no vendor of this cheap throwaway plastic products wants to even spend any sophisticated Western, like US, Europe and stuff, research and development for this stuff, where we never were successful to even. We were successful with some embedded projects, but not like this cheap as commodity throwaway plastic stuff, which is a shame. Imagine there would be like a sophisticated, like free open WRT. So where was good summary cases you might something various. Here firmware OEM. Here's that. Did it had a bin file something? Problem is, of course, this devices are not even the most amazing to work with 8 megabytes of flash. It's also a little bit annoying. So this was OpenWRT. That do they have? Okay, this is actually not too old. So that is actually 5.4. If this really is 5.443. But another thing I checked, so this would be much newer. Actually, I wonder. So what do they discuss? And it's mostly useless. A big issue with their disclosures for able to research the fonts. But is this ours? What did we hit? It's not really ours, right? Empty? Oh, wait a second. Is useless with empty. Did we not hit empty 26? Empty 26 to 8. 70. Why is... fuck, this is freaking... I so hate this when this bloody websites need to have their own freaking search with Control F. What the freaking heck? 7, 6 to 8. To include the banner drop. Did cross my mind. I found it patching. Full open source driver, okay. That sounds much better. But another, so TP link CE something, C210 open. But maybe this is also misleading. Maybe this is simply an old log. All right, maybe this also previously loaded, didn't load for me, whatever is our usual hiccups on the internet, in case we are still alive. But yeah, so this is also only 8 megabyte. It's also so ridiculous, right? But on the other hand, yeah, 40 euro stuff. Of course, they cheap out on each small. Not fun. Not the most fun to work with. Yeah, yada yada. OEM bootlog, and so yeah, even more outdated shit, right? 2015 here, ready and stuff, usually some months or 2 weeks old. So this is similar old crap, or even more like 2631, even older, right? When was, and this is crazy what this vendors release to the public, to their paying. Oh, by the way, do we still compile? I'll take if we need to. Maybe we should actually finish. Oh, wait a second, does it even? Maybe because we now have whatever logs. Another glibc version, GNU-lib stuff. The year 2009, what was the other? I think I said, was it 36? Oh yeah, 2010, so I didn't make this stuff up. Really old stuff, so I mean, what was it, 2009, right? Yeah, one year earlier. And the problem is with T2 to support all the stuff due to the nature of this 1000 plus. I think probably, I mean, this is also crazy, right? With all the embedded boards from BeagleBoard to Raspberry Pi and all those, it's probably 10,000 different freaking, like if you count each freaking NAS and access point and repeater, and it's maybe even hundreds. I mean, if you, like with each car, like each Audi and Volkswagen, Porsche and Tesla and stuff, it's probably 100,000 freaking incompatible. It's like crazy. Yeah? The tech community and industry, I mean, the industry doesn't care, but that we even freaking allowed that to happen, it's so crazy. So yeah, 2631, I mean, even older garbage, and because here, but maybe they don't update this bootlog. Let's see. Yes, 318, so this is what but maybe they didn't update the bootlog unless they can't update due to binary only driver stuff. And so what would be needed for T2 to support this in a similar fashion would be all this freaking out of tree patches, right? And also the whole community, similar to SJ Octane and other stuff, the community, sure, they support this somehow in OpenWRT, or some patches are there and some there. All this stuff should be upstream in the Linux kernel that would already make this half as much pain. Also, of course, websites like news sites like Phoronix always like applauding each removal of nobody's using this decade-old MIPS shit anymore, which I totally disagree. I mean, the Linux, sure, in the Linux kernel they only include somewhat reviewed code, and maybe they should, I would actually argue they should include code faster, and if they don't like some spacing, some whatever, just they, anyway, as seen here, mass substitute drivers like P3 drivers and stuff. Maybe the whole Linux community, Linux kernel would also be a better place if this stuff would be much faster staged and much faster cleaned up in the staging or something. And Dr. Schubert, like, yeah, then we are surprised that, yeah, recurring theme, routers get hacked all the time. Yeah, crazy stuff. Probably I should actually, like, I mean, initially I thought I saw, like, obviously Louis Rossmann and Casey Neistat and thought like daily IT vlogging stuff, certainly not as, probably more relatable, skating through New York and jetting through the world than freaking IT work, obviously. But maybe I should get more attention, get back to editing more proper videos. Maybe it's not long-term viable to make here that maintenance video stuff. So where's the download? Forum OEM homepage. Oops, wrong key. One page up, page down. Where do we have the download? Here maybe firmware, the upgrade URL. So something of that. Which do I even have here? Is it? Because yes, it was Wi-Fi clean up. And then I also have to go soon, maybe 20. So which one did I got here, where would be the... It's always... Maybe I should switch freaking more light on. Unable flash because low battery. Professionally prepared. Default, something, power, default settings. So default settings, username and password, admin printed on the plastic. Professionals. How to find out which version that is. Version 2, how to even recognize that. No, whatever, it doesn't even matter. So let's say, actually, what does it say we have here? So that is, what is it even? 210. So it's one of the first 3. Mega doesn't even differ too much. Qualcomm or ports. Look, why is this not coming off? Came off earlier. LAN and how many? What do they mean with many ports? I mean, it has 2 ports. LAN. Maybe it then only has one port then. So yeah, if this 2 ports they mean 2 ports, then it probably should be version 1, I guess. Huh? This is funny. They list version 2 first, version for whatever reason. Version 2, version 1. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, that is a thing. So that would be version 2. Let's see, version. Oh wait a second. Did I say I meant version 1? Download as generic something. This apparently. Mouse cursor. But yeah. Cannot open because whatever was with that. Unfortunately, that doesn't include the .5.4. This is also pretty new. 5.4. It's not entirely the same. Also, yeah, get some information. Anyway, okay. So then this is, so they just didn't update the log there. But yeah, supporting the similar, collecting all the patches and testing that and trial and error. And anyway, maybe not really worth it. I mean, considering these are 40, 50 euro devices, years old and stuff. Of course, the thing in T2 is always unifying support and just having that. But on the other hand, yeah, I mean, not even the greatest devices, right? 8 meg of flash don't rock too much, and otherwise pretty limited. But again, the state of vendor support and update and stuff, certainly, and also incompatible, rather crazy thing. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for today. We at least fixed that bug. What else did we? The other thing, yeah, we should patch this tech info stuff. So yeah, each day some issue and update. Hope to see you next time.